The fuck was that? Hey, what's that over there? Oh, it's just South Park. Well, that's nice. But South Park was never really the best franchise when it came to video games. Yeah, sure, his TV show was thriving, and, well, they did get a movie in '99, and that wasn't too bad, but his video games weren't really doing all that great. The ones that seemed interesting were canceled, and the ones that did get released were, whatever this is. The first games of all these missteps was South Park for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, it's not very good. It also released for the PlayStation and PC. After that, we got South Park Rally Y. And then we got a few spin-offs and shit that nobody cares about. An open world game. Whoa, play footage of that now. Holy shit, this actually looks like really good. Oh my goodness. The ambition put into this game. Damn, this looks great. Why did they cancel this? The game was canceled due to Ubisoft quitting for unknown reasons and was forgotten about? A game like this? Man, fuck this. Fast forward to 2014, and a new South Park game gets announced. It's a Western RPG. And you're a new kid and shit, and you fight shit, and you know the characters you love are all playing roles that you normally see large, very old men or very brave warriors do. It was a good thing. It's a great idea. And when the game finally released on March 4th, 2014 for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC, it was possibly the greatest South Park game ever created. I mean, it's not a high bar to pass when you got games like these. Alright, we good? Okay, so I don't even have to explain the story, just let's let Carmen.
Deep in the lands of Zaron, the humans of Koopa Keep struggle to stay alive as they are attacked by the wicked drow elves of Larnia. Darkness falls as the humans beg their king to save them, a noble king known only as the Grand Wizard. For 1,000 years the battle has been waged, with only the bravery of the Grand Wizard to protect his human followers. But even though the Wizard King is so undeniably cool, the Drow Elf armies continue their attacks. They seek the humans' most treasured relic, the Stick of Truth. But the tides of war are soon to change, as news of a new kid spreads throughout the land. In order to save the humans, the Grand Wizard must get to the new kid, before the Drow Elves can manipulate his mind, and use him to take the sacred relic from human hands. For whomever controls the stick, controls the universe.
So if you had doubts about, the game being good, if that's not enough to convince you, I don't know what is. That was already a pretty cool way of introducing a South Park game. Honestly, it's just cool in general, really. Anyways, yeah, to start off the game, you have to do a character creator, and it's forced on you. You can't make it not happen. You have to create a character. You can't just be a different character from a specific South Park game. No, that's not something you can do in this game. It's required that you be, a new kid, because you have to. That's what's required for the game. Anyways, Now that we're done with that, and now that you guys know already, let's move on to the game. Start the game off, you can see that your house is, well, sold now. You're moving into your new home, and yeah, your mom and dad are packing up while you're in your room, packing up all your stuff. Yeah,
Things are finally
that's
going
it.
to be good.
That's the beginning of the game.
Will be better for him.
That's it. That's all I can say.
They won't look for him here.
Anyways,
Make sure he doesn't attract any
whatever.
attention. Come on, let's see how he's doing.
Sweetie, hon, you all dressed?
Hey, champ. How do you like your new room?
I
know it's
hate
a
you. I
big change
hate
for all of
everything.
us,
Fuck.
but, son, do you remember why we moved to this quiet little mountain town? He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember at all.
That's good he doesn't remember.
So yeah, as soon as you get control of the character, well, this is when you get to explore the hub world and stuff. You get a bit of money and stuff, and you'll be doing this for quite a bit of the game. You can get to see a lot of South Park humor you've come to expect from the shows. And hell, you can shit in this game. Look at this. Absolute comedy gold. That's all I have to say. Now, let's get into the battling. More so, how you get into the battle parts.
You shall die by my warhammer, Drow Elf. Hey, no fair. That's cheating. I'm gonna tell my mom.
So, yeah, this cutscene is the beginning of it all. This is where you all see everything. This is where the characters are set up. Stuff. You get to see stuff and shit. You know,
You should speak with the Wizard King. He's been talking about your
that's really it.
Lives this way, in the greenhouse, over there.
Now,
Where are you from?
I'm done with this. Let's move on to the tutorial. Yeah, so begin to the tutorial, you really just have to talk to Cartman and shit.
Be careful. The rock of insanity holds Mr. Cave. You're insane.
But of
Hey, you're
course,
real.
it has to. I don't even know what to say here.
You have been sought out, new kid, because humans.
Yeah, so here is where you enter your name.
And in return, I'm prepared to allow you into
And,
my
you know, there's the funny part.
It's time for your first quest. But first, please
Just
tell
let this
us
play
your
out.
name. You entered douchebag, is that correct? Are you sure you want to keep the name douchebag? Very well, douchebag. You will now choose a class: fighter, mage, thief, or Jew. A mage is like a wizard,
Yeah,
only not as cool.
this is it.
You look sneaky enough to be a thief. A mage is like a wizard.
This
only
is
not as
where
cool.
you
A
begin the
wizard.
game and
Never heard of one, buddy.
select your
I guess
class.
we'll
So
never really know
so a few minutes
You look
into
sneaky
the
enough.
game, after this, you'll be
We
able
welcome
to
our
start random encounters. And yeah, that's basically how battles work in this game. Well, speaking of the battles, let's talk about that.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Clyde, you have to wait your turn. That's lame. No, Clyde, it's like olden times. You have to wait your turn. Like in the Middle Ages, Clyde. I know it's lame, Clyde, but that's how we're fucking doing it. Alright, douchebag, bash Clyde's face in. Don't be shy.
Now this is the most base thing any character said. So yeah, this works like your standard JRPG.
Oh!
So yeah, there's a health bar. You need to make that health bar go down. To go down, you have to use specific attack.
Oh, shit, dude, I think I see blood.
Like for example,
Nice, bro. Exactly what you do to guys armor like that.
if you were
Okay,
gonna
listen up.
use,
The key to surviving in battle is not to get hit in the bows. Clyde, it's your turn to attack. Douchebag, protect your bows.
like for example, if you have a magic attack and you use that,
Yeah.
then
No, I said protect your bows.
you'll probably do more damage than if you were using your sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
really
You're
it.
already way better than Clyde. All right, it's time to use your heroic powers. Using your ability takes power points.
Anyways,
PP.
yeah, if you've already played RPGs before, then
I say it's PP. Douchebag,
really
use your
just
thief ability to
say,
make Clyde pay for insulting the king.
yeah, so the skills are a bit more like Mario Maker. The skills are a bit more like,
Way to wipe that smile off his stupid face,
not
douchebag.
Mario Maker,
Now do it
Paper
one more time.
Mario.
Finish him. What?
Yeah.
I was going easy. Take this.
Where you have to
Suck it.
time your moves, and when you hit them, rather than just, you know, doing the same shit over and over again. That's not fun, is it?
Dude, that was awesome. You were all like,
Anyways,
okay. You prove yourself worthy, douchebag.
now that the tutorial's over, let's go over how random encounters work. This is where you learn about the Stick of Truth, which is literally just a garden stick you'd find in your home, but hey, this is South Park. It doesn't really matter. We're playing pretend. Anyways, we're done. Let's actually talk about random encounters.
Now that you have seen the Stick of Truth, let's discuss your dues. Being a member of my kingdom costs $9.95 for the first week, $4 of which is tax deductible. Alarm! 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 Someone has sounded the alarm! 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 What's the matter? Lost your stick?
Yeah, so this is like in Paper Mario. So if you manage to hit the enemy first, then you'll see that your characters get player advantage rather than just the first turn being randomized. Which is really helpful if you're trying to grind, which the max level is 15, so you won't really need to grind, to be honest. But anyways, whatever.
Sometimes my dad goes on road trips just to check out all feel my righteous
It's still worth it. It's really easy
No.
to guess what works and what doesn't. So yeah, as I said, again, you know,
I was seeing if it works.
again, I'm just not gonna speak anymore. Let's just say, random encounters are handled like they are in Paper Mario. Now, let's skip a few hours. Approximately to the very end of the game, because I do not feel like talking about the game anymore. Really, you might be asking, so why did you do a video on this? I'm running out of content, okay? Like, give me a break for fuck's sake. Anyways, we're done here. So yes, I skipped many boss fights. There's not much. So really, all there is that you fight a bunch of old dudes, you get aliened. Also, did I mention there's a sex scene in this game? Let's not elaborate. Yeah, there's a big fetus boss, typical South Park stuff. Anyways, This is the final dungeon. The end. And I found this dungeon to be my favorite in the whole game. I don't care what anyone says. If they hated this dungeon, fuck you. This dungeon's goated, in my opinion. Because of how stupid it is, man. Really, it's just good kind of stupid. The first boss of this dungeon is, Craig and a Nazi fucking cow. Nah, it's a Nazi zombie cow. What is this game? Anyways, yeah, this boss fight, if you know what you're doing, isn't that hard. If you can kill the Nazi zombie cow first, it's really easy to figure out. But, of course, you can have good things in this game. So now there has to be multiple Craigs that you have to defeat. Yeah, you can't just defeat one. This game isn't as easy as it looks. It's really just... It's how you strategize in JRPGs that will help you in this game. This is one of the shorter... This is a JRPG that's on the... This is one of the more RPG that's on a shorter side. For, you know, South Park, this is okay. But yeah. Let's get this over with. At the end of this fight, you'll know that you'll have to defeat the last Craig. And that Craig needs to get down for you to be able to defeat the final boss. You to be able to fight the enemy. I sound so fucking stupid right now, but hey, whatever. I'm telling you about this, so it doesn't matter. Let's skip to the next boss fight. This fight had me stumped. When I first played this game, I was stuck on this fight for so long. It was genuinely annoying. Anyways, with that being said, this fight stinks. Let's get this over with. And if you're asking why we're in a cave, this is a character's asshole we're in. The typical stuff you'd see in a South Park game. Don't ask. Anyways, now that we're done with this, he doesn't really have that much gimmicks. Yeah. I don't really have no other reason to talk about this boss. Let's get this over with. And what do we have here? Well, we have another enemy. These guys are a lot less, you know, obnoxious, because, well, they have a lot less HP, but you do a lot less damage. Your only way of defeating an enemy is, well, you know, getting them to bleed. You can't really do much damage on their own unless you use special attacks or, you know, abilities that, you know, would work. Like, if you try to use your mana or your or your sword, you won't do jack shit. So, yeah, you're gonna have to start using. And, well, back when I first played this game, I was a fucking dumbass. So I had no idea I could do any of this. And yeah, you have to do a snook abortion sequence. This is actually real. And this is the joke. Well, it's South Park, so you wouldn't really care. So, yeah, you have to do this. If you don't, you can't, well, go. You can't really, well, you know what I'm talking about. You can't really proceed to the next, area. And you can't leave Mr. Slave's ass. You're gonna have to stay here, and you won't be able to leave. So you have to finish it first. Yeah, let's get this over with. And now we finally reached the top. Almost. Because this isn't where we end the level, in the game. But hey, I need something. So, yeah. For the rest of this, I will literally just be doing whatever. So, I have no idea what to say, so anyways, let's go! So the next fight is Chef, what's his name? Huh. Yeah, what was his name again? Huh. I really have no idea. Anyways, let's just fucking get this on. It's a zombie. Again. It's another character who's supposedly dead, according to this game. And, well. Yeah. This is what you fight. He's basically a Nazi zombie chef guy. And, yeah. What he can do is gross you out, and what that does is, well, yeah, it makes you not able to cure yourself, like heal yourself or anything. You cannot do anything. All you can attack with the gross, you cannot even attack with the grossed out status. It's required for you to not be grossed out. Oh yeah, did I mention you could swap out your buddies in this game? Yeah. It's a lot more useful if you want a move from someone else rather than, just using what you have. In this game, make sure you know exactly what you're doing. 'Cause if you don't, you're gonna get fucked over a hell of a lot more. So, yeah. You won't be awesome. You'll lose some stuff. You won't do much. You can't heal yourself. And that's the main gimmick. Bleeding really depletes your health. And that's about it. The gimmick of this fight is, well, the enemy can charge up a move that can almost one-hit kill you, and don't even get me started on how annoying that was when I first played the game. Damn, this just reminds me. Just look at this. You have to escape it, or else you will literally be one-hit killed. That's a joke. And it's not even... It's just really fucking annoying. But we can move on now that I've shown you his gimmick. Yeah, so the government is a big part of the game's plot points. And, well, you're coming after the protagonist. At the end of the game, the protagonist and the government finally meet up. And they fight. Apparently he's got some sort of special power, according to the government, and he's like really good in something. We're never really told that what he's good at, but I'm pretty sure by this point you should know he's a really good fighter, and the government are after him mainly because of his skill, I believe. Yeah. apparently, his amazing ability to make friends. This is just what you do. This is what happens. Anyways, yeah, the boss fight is honestly not bad, and the gameplay is, well, obvious. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about it anyways? Now let's get this over with. But there is something I want to show you. It is a bit lewd, to say the least. Not considering South Park is almost always inappropriate. But yeah, the guy strips himself in front of 9 and 10-year-olds. Yeah, this is something he actually does, and this isn't fake. I'm not fucking joking. And yeah, this is it. It's all fucking there. If you try to fight, you will not know how fucking annoying this was to censor. This is truly the worst part. Let's go. Now, let's talk about this. So this is where the main plot twist is revealed. Because every game has to have a plot twist nowadays. Well, Kenny is secretly working against you. She was never with you for the entire game. She is part of the stick. She is a big part of the Oracle of the Stick of Truth. Or whatever the hell it's called. She's a half-orc. And well, her entire village was wiped out by humans and elves. Yeah. The orcs and stuff are very close to the Stick of Truth. And since it was taken, since the Stick of Truth was taken and stuff, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be able to know that because, well, they never told you. Because of course they wouldn't. Why do I even say this sometimes? Anyways, this is the final boss. And this was the most underwhelming final boss in the game. Honestly, I haven't played a JRPG with such a final boss I haven't played an RPG with such a boring final boss. And I'm saying this as the only other the only other RPG in general I've beaten is Persona 4 Golden. That should explain. Well, at the time of this video, I am at the final dungeon of Persona 1, so maybe new video on that? Anyways, let's show that, yeah, protagonist is well good. Yeah, so as I said, level 15 is the maximum stage and the maximum level you can earn in this game. And for a game that's about 8 to 10 hours, that's really small. But I won't complain. It's a Western RPG. Let's move on to the final boss. So we're finally here. The end of this review. Well, all I have to say is that let this play out. Just play out. Just look at this. Yeah. Apparently, Princess Kenny is an anime girl. And this, Just go with it, okay? Please. Yeah, so this is the final boss. We're finally here, huh? And this boss, when I first played it, was incredibly fucking annoying. You can't fight you can't fight the government guy, but you can fight Princess Kenny, and this is the main boss. Well, not girl, but you know what I mean, has two phases. The first phase that you're seeing now, and when I first played this game, I hated this boss. Like, really hated this boss. It wasn't very fun. That's all I'll say. And, well, there is gimmicks. Of course, there has to be gimmicks. And yes, yeah, there is a gimmick, and the gimmick here is, at any point in the level, well, your protagonist, the Kenny, can fuck over the entire fight, your party, by literally killing you. Basically, that's what he does. He loves doing that. That's his stick. And really, it's fun. But when you get hit like that, it's not that great. Yeah, there are special moves that increase the ability of you being able to fight him. Once you lower Kenny's HP down to 0 in the first phase, you'll see what happens. Yeah, so after the end, you'll see this. The final battle is not against Princess Kenny's real life. Yeah, you fight a zombie Kenny. Yeah, that's it. This is the final boss. Typical South Park stuff. This is totally normal. Yeah. So yeah, big bad government guy helps Kenny do stuff while Cartman guides you. And without this fight, Cartman would have made this a lot easier. And well, it does. If he wasn't in the fight, this fight would have been a lot more annoying. Which I found this fight to be generally annoying as well. And this game in general just not being the most fun when it came to, difficulty challenge. I like the game. Let me just get that over with. Now, this is when you finally get to know that this game values the experience over the story. Why am I saying this? I'm just fucking spouting shit out of my ass. Speaking of spouting shit out of your ass, yeah, this can happen. And yes, Butters and Death can fight to the death. As long as you can mash Y enough times, this game, and yes, the game does this. It makes you fight. Makes you fight with every character. Not just Kenny. Not just Butters. You have to fight with Kyle and Cartman. Yeah, sure, you could lower his health, but oh, you'll see that later on. Well, there is no later on. As you know. Once you finish the final boss, we've got more. And yeah, fuck. You gotta deal with the boss fight. You gotta deal with lowering his HP all over again. And you cannot avoid it. It's not something you can avoid. Yeah. You have to fight the boss fight twice. You have to lower his HP twice, and the second time you have to lower its HP, it's a lot more annoying because now he can just look at him. Yeah, you can see that all your party members, all of the people you've met throughout this game will help you in one way or another. It's very, very good. I like this finale. It's a very, very interesting finale that makes the game a lot more epic than it should be. It's a fucking South Park game. It did not need to be this good. Why is it this good? Why? Why? It's a very well-made game, especially for the South Park franchise. And it helps that this is, well, let me tell you, this is a very good game. And it makes the run worth, and this final boss makes the run worth it. I played through this game like 5 to 8 times. I love this game. And this boss fight was one of the best finales in a video game I have ever seen. It's up there with fucking Nintendo, Majora's Mask, hell, Ocarina of Time. There's a lot of Zelda games that are comparable to this finale. And this is a South Park game. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against South Park games. It's just, it's a South Park game. Let that sink in, like, really quick. Yeah. You gotta hit her, gotta kill her more than 3 times. Yeah, that may seem annoying, but, well, this is South Park, the stick of truth. If you went through this game all the way, you should have gotten used to it. Should have gotten used to how this game fucks you up a lot. You should be equipped with the best weapons and the best armor, the best possible stuff you can find, so you can kill enemies a lot easier. South Park: The Stick of Truth is not the easiest game in the franchise. Hell, I'd say it's harder than a lot of the South Park games. Not because it's a bad game, but mainly because it's very annoying. Yeah, the game tries its best to be as hard as it possibly can. Yeah, for a South Park game, especially an RPG in the style of something like Final Fantasy or Paper Mario, this is very hard to play. This is a very hard game. And yeah, the special moves were made well. And yeah, I get that. But I'm not even gonna say much. You can kill the final boss. Never heard that one before. Anyways, I think we're done here. Let's finally end this once and for all. Yeah. So after the fourth time you have to kill her, yeah, she still isn't dead. You have to fart on Princess Kenny's balls. I'm not joking. You have to fart on Princess Kenny's balls. You have to do it to kill the enemy. That's the only way. Uh-oh. This is the end. I honestly felt like the game was a bit short. When I played this game, it felt very short. I didn't really like that. Yeah. Once you fart on her balls, the world is saved. Everyone gets turned back to normal. If they were a Nazi zombie, they get turned back to normal. Even cats, even dogs, even animals, they all get turned back to normal. The game ends, and I'm a bit sad. The game's finally over. You can do nothing about it. That's kind of sad. But the end of the game is pretty funny. So at the very end, at Stark's Pond, they end this game. The Stick of Truth is now officially gone. It will never return. That's the end of the game. If they come up with something to play, and that's it. That's it.